Most women I see in my practice and just in general are running on stress hormones. And here's the thing, it can actually feel good. You feel productive, focused, in flow, like you're getting it all done. And in our modern world, productiveness is actually worn like a badge of honor. Busy, 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 work, work, work. If you're not constantly doing, are you even doing enough? But it wasn't always like this. I remember growing up in Italy, seeing people in the evenings just sitting outside, chatting, people watching, resting. Before all of our cutting edge modern technology came along, there was a natural end to the day. But now we're always reachable, always on, always producing, and being stressed has quietly become normal. So, in this video, I want to explore why so many women are running on stress hormones, why it can actually feel energizing until you inevitably crash. What are the consequences of being a society of energizer bunnies? And most importantly, what can you do about it? If you're new here, welcome. I'm Linda Vezzoli, nutritional therapist, health coach, and senior lecturer at the College of Naturopathic Medicine in London. I help women understand their hormones, restore their energy, and feel confident in their bodies again through simple nutrition and lifestyle shifts, which honor our unique female physiology. Some of us have become so used to running on stress hormones that slowing down actually feels uncomfortable. Or worse, when we do stop, we crash. I had a client actually tell me this recently. She works 6 days a week and loves her job. She's always in a creative flow, but on her day off, she's basically bedridden with fatigue. I often will always ask my clients in my intake forms this question: do you feel guilty when relaxing? And more often than not, the answer is yes, which is kind of wild when you think about it. We've created a world where rest feels wrong and stress feels normal and productive. Okay, so let's nerd out for a second and break this down to see what's actually happening in your body. Cortisol, your main stress hormone, is amazing and it's there to keep you alive. If you were face to face with a bear, cortisol would help your body sharpen your focus so you can quickly assess the situation. It would increase your blood sugar for quick energy so you can fight or flee, but it would shut down digestion, reproduction, and immune system health in that moment. Because in that moment, survival is all that matters. And that's exactly why running on stress hormones can actually feel good. You might notice that you feel more alert and sharp, you have loads of energy, and you're not hungry. Awesome, right? Not so fast, Karen. The thing is, this response was never meant to be permanent. Over time, it starts to show up in your body. See if you recognize yourself in any of these. Not being hungry in the morning. This is a classic one. Think about it. You should have an appetite after 10 or 12 hours of not eating. I know a lot of women fear hunger, and never feeling hungry is actually considered a badge of honor. But having an appetite in the morning, especially, is a sign of a healthy metabolism versus a stressed one. Other things, needing caffeine to function, sugar cravings, irregular or painful periods, PMS, or night sweats, struggling to fall asleep despite being tired, or waking up in the night, frequent urination during the day or at night, bloating and constipation, feeling anxious and overwhelmed, or snapping easily, feeling exhausted, but actually getting a boost from exercise, feeling cold all the time, or this is an interesting one, getting sick as soon as you go on holiday. How many of those sound familiar? Because this is the reality of being in a constant stress state. In the long run, this constant release of stress hormones will mean that our digestion is compromised, leading to feeling bloated all the time or constipated, Our reproductive system will have been downregulated, which can show up as irregular or painful periods, PMS symptoms, or even menopausal symptoms such as night sweats. Our blood sugar will be messed up, and we may find ourselves with crazy sugar cravings or even be prone to binges due to being on a blood sugar roller coaster all day long. With hormones and blood sugar out of whack, we may also be feeling more anxious and overwhelmed, or find ourselves losing it at the drop of a hat. We may feel tired, but wired, unable to fall asleep or stay asleep, waking up multiple times in the night, even just to urinate. And because this constant activation of the stress mechanism will impact thyroid function and metabolic health, we may also start to feel cold all the time and find it harder to lose weight. And over time, what once felt like energy and focus turns into exhaustion. And this is where women start to say, I don't feel like myself anymore. And at this point, some of them may turn to HRT. And interestingly, they may feel amazing when they first start estrogen in perimenopause or menopause, because estrogen is actually a stimulating hormone. So suddenly they'll have more energy, better mood, more drive. And this hormone can actually make you feel like you're back. But you could actually be adding stimulation to an already stressed system. So it can feel like a fix without actually addressing the underlying pattern. And this is something really important to understand. When you've been running on stress hormones for a long time, those hormones are essentially propping you up. They're keeping you going, keeping you functioning, and in that push through mode. So when you start doing things like eating regularly, slowing down, or actually resting, you may suddenly feel worse. But what's happening is that you're blunting those stress hormones. And by doing so, your real energy levels are being revealed. And honestly, at that point, they might be in the toilet, which can feel awful. This is why some women will tell me that they feel more tired once they start eating breakfast or regular meals, or they crash the moment that they stop, and relaxing actually feels horrible. So it's not the food or the rest that's the problem. It's that your body is no longer running on borrowed energy. I say you're not in credit anymore. And now it finally has the space to show you how depleted you actually are. And as uncomfortable as that may feel in the moment, it's actually a sign that your body is starting to come out of that survival mode and move towards real sustainable energy. So, if all of this resonates and you don't know what to do next, here are my top tips. The first step is actually awareness. Be honest with yourself and recognize if your body has been running on stress hormones instead of real sustainable energy. From there, you can start making some changes. So, these are my 5 top tips. Number 1, eat regularly. Balance your blood sugar. Eat within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up. Yes, even if you are not hungry. And make sure that your meals include protein and carbohydrates at each meal. This helps stabilize energy and reduce stress hormones. I have a whole other video on this, which I will link to below. Number 2, get outside and move your body. When I say move your body, I don't mean punish yourself with grueling workouts every single day. Getting outside for a walk in nature in the mornings can do wonders, not only for our mental health, but also helps lower our stress hormones and sets us up for great sleep later in the day. Morning daylight is incredibly powerful, even for hormonal health and weight regulation. If you have a sedentary job, take breaks throughout your day and just move around. And if you do have the energy to work out, I would avoid stressful exercises such as HIIT training, running, spinning, CrossFit, and aim for more strength training or restorative exercises such as walking and yoga. Number 3, prioritize sleep. Sleep is not optional. If your sleep is off, your stress hormones will stay high. So this has to become a priority. Identify what's impacting your sleep. Is it blue light exposure, that endless scrolling, blood sugar dysregulation? Is it just the fact that you need more food? And address the cause. More on this in future videos. Number 4, rest without guilt. And this is a big one. If you're exhausted, rest. Don't push through with the workouts if you haven't slept well the night before. Take days off training. You don't need to train hard 5, 6 days a week. That you'll never regret a workout mindset is not always true. And this is coming from someone who loves to train. Trust me, when you struggle to recover from workouts or you can't lift that weight, that could be your body telling you that it needs recovery. Number 5, reevaluate your life load. Look at everything that you're saying yes to. If your calendar is packed, something has to give. You are not meant to be everything to everyone. Take some things off your life plate. And as women, we need to learn to set boundaries and to say no more. You know you do. I go into more detail about the importance of boundaries in one of the modules of my online program called the Midlife Reset. This self-led program brings together everything I teach my one-to-one clients and my students, and I talk you through how to reset your hormones step by step with live group support included. You can find out more details in the description below. So let me know in the comments below, have you been running on stress hormones for a long time? Do you feel like you may be addicted to running on stress hormones? If so, slowing down might feel strange or weird at first, but the goal isn't to feel wired and on all the time. The goal is to have energy that actually lasts. And that starts with giving your body what it's been asking for all along. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.